Talking this and that, but it's real fact. It's off the top, man. I'ma go hard, you already know. Check.
Yo, peace, blessing, and love, man. This Divg Podcast LLC, you already know. And the Shamarko and Divg Show, we back, man. But we gonna get right into it, man. It's a big upcoming week. It's the Super Bowl, man. What you think about it?
What? My homeboy. That's all I think. My homeboy by 30. My home by 30.
Why he always do this? He knows reality, but he stays in fantasy. This ain't fantasy football, man. This is real life. Tell me something the Eagles don't got.
Mahomes.
Don't need them. They got that boy Jalen.
Man, look, reality. God, it's gonna hurt this. Eagles healthy, man. Eagles are clicking.
Too healthy, man.
They're clicking.
Might have seen on Instagram, man. They defense line. I think one got 13 sacks.
One got 19.
119. D lineman in the double digits. D tackle, bro.
Interior lineman with 8 and 10. Mahomes on 3. That's what I'm saying, man.
Ain't no way, man. Come on, man. Be real, man. They got my dog, what, Slater, out there corner. What's that other dude name? Brad.
And they got Garner, right? Dude from the Saints.
Garner. Oh, man, they got some dogs. Safeties live. Defensive line live. Linebackers live. Offense is woo-wee.
Cancun on 3. Mahomes. Nah, man, I
love you, Mahomes. I got a lot of respect for you, man. You done changed the game in another level, but man.
Mahomes is going home. You're not a winner.
Yeah. Eagles, go Eagles.
Oh, that's gonna hurt to say. Not go Birds.
No, man. Gotta love them, man.
Nah, they looking. They're the favorites in my eyes, man. They're the favorites.
Man, them boys gonna get paid.
Well, look, why they getting paid? That means they can probably afford them Beyonce tickets.
Oh, they been big bought those. They been bought those.
Those ain't on.
I
checked the account. Those aren't on my list. We ain't got no Beyonce tickets on me.
Man, first of all, if a concert ticket costs $5,000, ain't my type of concert.
Yeah, man.
No, there's much respect, man. She the queen bee. You know, she been on a long time. But man, you know how many investments you can get out of that?
Yeah, what? Like you? That's not in the financial literacy book. Let me tell you, that they gonna tell you quick. Hey, that's a bad move. You can't afford that. You gotta chill.
What is the front row? What's VIP?
You gonna, they gonna come in there, grab your arm, say, hey, we'll just take half of it. With the upper half or the lower half of your arm.
Man, that's insane. But like I said, much respect, man. She took it to another level, man. She did that at all. Yeah. Singing, acting, what else?
Yeah. No, her name itself is Big Business, so you know I get it.
Big B.
I'ma just wait for the streaming when they hit HBO Max.
Oh, you everywhere. You don't see YouTube anywhere. You know,
we'll watch the stream. We'll watch the stream.
So that she gonna get that respect no matter how much the price is. What she just did in Dubai?
Yeah, something crazy. Had the Prince, you know, all them there.
For a couple hours for how much?
What? I think it was upwards of like $8 million, something crazy.
No, I think it was more than $8 million.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, my account might be up.
Beyonce, we talking about Queen B, but no, salute to them, man. Shout out to Jay-Z for marrying the Queen. Building a dynasty and foundation, man. But we gonna get to these hot topics.
All right.
These hot topics. What we have first?
Well, Kyrie gone.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. But hey, I mean, I love Kyrie, man. I love everything about Kyrie, on and off the court. But I think the Nets just got better. You know, I mean, hey, one, hate to bring Portsmouth back into it, but Big Dodo, man.
Don't do that.
Big Dodo.
Say Big Dodo. Don't say Portsmouth.
Dodo from Portsmouth.
Salute Portsmouth. I ain't got nothing against Portsmouth, but he be trying to compare it to football and stuff. So Portsmouth is always shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always the 7-5, regardless. We all family.
Exactly. They got Cam Thomas too.
But when he said on the first episode, the capital VA in the 75. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get it.
But no, on the serious though, man, the Nets just got so much length now. Yeah. And they can get so diverse with that lineup. Now, because I got a Dorian Finney-Smith who can play the 4 and still be athletic and still jump back out to the perimeter. Yeah. I could bump him to the 4. I could take Ben Simmons and really just let him facilitate. Now you're talking about my backcourt is 6'10" at point guard with length. You know, now that take a whole lot of pressure off of Kevin Durant when he comes back. Like, I don't have to facilitate. Now I got Kevin Durant. I got a 7-foot shooter running around off of double screens. Like,
respect. But I still love my dog Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie cook.
He's gonna do his thing, you know, and I respect that he stands on what he stands on. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the biggest thing. He stands on what he stands for, you know what I'm saying? And he moves as a king. Yeah. That's what I believe, you know? When you, I always say this, it's not the ones that just move with the crowd, it's the ones that stand alone when the crowd's against you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people came at him and all the stuff he's done, but I feel like he's standing his being and he understands who he is. And much respect, but back to basketball, I still think that's my dog, he gonna ball. You know who he over there with? Who he over there with?
That Luka. He wasn't Luka, man.
Hold up. That dog. Work it again. That dog.
Luka good for a 50-point triple-double.
Different. It's like, he got a different movement though. It's just, he's so fluent, so smooth with it, man. Like, it's easy out there, man. So I think both of them out there, they're gonna be a good team, man.
Definitely. I think they let Kyrie run around off ball, and Kyrie can play off ball.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I don't know. The hate was coming up, but you know what? I'm supporting Dallas.
You the hate. This man said the hate was.
I got a little bit of hater in me, man. I just got a little bit of hater. My Lakers ain't good. You know, my Lakers be going through a lot of stuff.
That's an all-star team.
Man, this ain't video games. They want an all-star team in real life. On a video game, maybe like 4 years ago, that team makes sense.
No, yeah, I'm talking about on paper. It's an all-star team.
Oh, yeah, on paper, yeah.
Oh, it's an all-star.
I ain't like that team when they put it together.
Name something that's not an all-star.
Oh no, a team full of a whole bunch of soon-to-be Hall of Famers. They ain't winning nothing right now.
Why not?
Why? Because
you just painted a picture perfect thing for the Nets.
Oh, we're not winning
paper. You look good on paper, man. You still gotta go out there and produce.
You do gotta produce,
you know what I'm saying? You still gotta be healthy. You know, so I wish them all them boys luck.
Yeah, man. No, they're all pros. So everyone's going to be great. And again, we're still talking about 2 elite teams. Like,
oh yeah,
both teams will be in the playoffs. Both teams will be competing for that NBA championship. Like they're fine. No team fell off that much.
Shout out to the trade. Next on the topic, what we on, man?
Man. So I got a question for you, man. You know, definitely since your music is dropping, that's coming.
Oh yeah, Hold On coming soon.
Yeah, man, Hold On coming soon. So
little mishaps, man. We just waiting for 2 quarters to get right. Shout out to you.
But drop it. It'll be cool though. Be cool. We don't want no problems. But drop the song.
Drop it, please.
But no, man, I'm interested, man. Where did that love for the music come from?
The love came from basically when I was growing up. You know, where we from. You know. Our environment, color our skin, you know, I love all people, first of all. Yeah. I always say that because I truly do. But we wasn't taught to communicate, you know, and holding your pains, traumas, or whatever you're going through at that time. So my mom, she used to put on like family talent shows, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand until I got older. It was to get the kid to express themselves in their manner, in their way. So we used to do talent shows, and my favorite artist was like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? For real, like my grandma used to record on her, you know, back in the day, VCRs. Yeah. Had to get right. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all 2000 babies, y'all don't know nothing about that.
We gonna find the tapes. Well, you might have to do a moonwalk.
For real. I ain't gonna lie. So basically, we used to do that, and then also, I used to hear my uncle used to rap, but my mom's allowed to express herself in that manner too. Like, so when I got older, I just kept doing that. You know, with my little brothers, we would sit downstairs and turn on some beats and just express ourselves. I want to see how you feel. You know what I'm saying? What you going through? Because when you freestyle, the first thing come out is like what you experienced and what you going through. Truly for me, my experience. You know, but honestly, it's just that nature is my meditation. You know, it's my peace. You know. I like to be in the dark room.
Yeah. Set the vibe.
No, for real. So I heard that Future from Metro Boom. He said he like to be in the dark and he like to light a candle. And it's crazy because it's like he said Pluto. You know what I'm saying? You know that Future always talk about Pluto, but it's like when you in that dark, it's like you on another planet.
Yeah.
Like you really like most of my songs is just me freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, punching in, whatever, you know. Sometimes I freestyle it through, sometimes I punch it in, but it's really like you in another dimension. I don't want to sound crazy.
No, that ain't crazy though, you gotta create that though.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not even crazy, it just happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, the song, like, sings to you, like, it kind of tell you, I don't know how to say it, tells you the words. Like, I can come up a hook off, like, the beginning of the song, like, off the beat, the melody, and the vibe, and it's just I don't know how to explain, man. It's a natural thing because I've been doing it so long, you know. Not rapping, I'm talking about just doing it with my mom and doing my little brother's rapping and like it's our vibe, the meditation, and you know what I'm saying, get stuff off our chest.
So it's funny that you actually bring it up that way, like, because like Lionel Richie always says, you could tell a true creative, a true artist that he said, you know, he just started clapping his thigh, just hitting his. He said, and when you hear that, he said, if you're a creative, if you're a songwriter, he said, you hear that beat and that song starts to come to you, that writing, the words, the lyrics, he said, that's how you know someone who's a songwriter or creative. So it's actually dope that you said that it happened that way, that as soon as you hear the beat, that the song was writing itself. So a little bit of my love for music, man, kind of similar, you know, in the sense of music was just always in the household. So I actually played several instruments, you know, from, you're talking about trumpet, you're talking about the tuba, you know, drum sets. Of course, growing up in the church, you know, all of us, you know, it was a small family church, so everyone, if you couldn't sing, you had to play an instrument. You was part of that praise and worship. So yeah, so like, you know, like, you know, that setting, like, you start to learn music, you start to hear it, and long before maybe I ever fell in love with lyrics, I loved music. So then my dad was always big into like old Motown, like we weren't allowed to listen to rap, things of that nature. Yeah, so yeah, I grew up off like this. It's crazy because I talk to older people, they be like, man, like, what you know about the Delafunks, man? You talking about the Dells, you talking about, like, nah, I love that. But it was before it was even R&B, it was just soul music and funk, the blues. My papa, he was from Mississippi, so I want nothing to hear the blues, or you hear what they call bluegrass, so like, that was where all my musical love stemmed from. You know,
That's a great vibe.
Yeah, and then like it branched off from there, man. One day I heard Tupac, and the rest of
That's one of my favorite rappers.
The rest is history, man. I heard Tupac. I said, hey,
Tupac, man, for real.
Yeah,
man.
I'll never forget that. Changes came on. It was MTV, TV. My sisters and them might have been watching or something. And I heard that Changes. I see no changes. I wake up in them. I was like, yo, what is? I love this, man.
I was living in Cali at that time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, so all my mom used to bump. Like, I like Biggie, but Tupac was like my favorite, bro.
Yeah, man. I think because I like my music. It's not to say Biggie didn't say anything.
No, he spit now.
Biggie, you know, Biggie is Biggie.
Spit.
But like, to me, Tupac rapped about them things that's gonna be there forever. Like,
Gonna hit you.
There's always gonna be a Brenda that just had a baby. Like, unfortunately, but it's always gonna be a Brenda with the baby. You know, you always gonna, like, Dear Mama gonna always be Dear Mama. You gonna, you know, Tupac created those things that
He was ahead of his time.
Timeless. You know, and it's so multifaceted. Like, you know, that Tupac just a man. You know, I mean.
Man, that jump was riding, man.
I can only imagine being in Cali when that came out, though, man.
I ain't gonna lie. We used to hear that all day, every day, man.
Yeah,
Tupac, my mom loved Tupac.
But yeah, so you know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
What's the motto?
Suffering turns a lesson,
What
turns a blessing.
Yes, they do.
Blessing, yes, they do. Truly, man, we grateful to be able to have this month. What's this month?
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
Oh man,
Shout out to my kings and queens, truly. Much respect. Salute all y'all out here. Standing strong, standing firm, being divine.
Always.
No, but
so I think let's put a little spice onto it, right? With it being Black History Month, not only are we gonna give them a lesson, but let's reach into our pocket, man, and let's try to find out, you know, Black, African American, whatever which way you like to label it. Let's find one that was impactful for us.
I already got one.
Okay. Oh man, you got one off the rip.
Nelson Mandela. You know, I picked him for Black History Month, and it's cause on my journey it was like God and the universe and, you know, divine timing. You know, every time I was going through a phase or a test on my journey, God would put a book in my face to make me understand. And Nelson Mandela came like at an important time, you know, and it was big on forgiveness.
Yeah.
You know, people don't know about Nelson Mandela, man. He was locked up for a long time. But also, it was kind of what he needed and what made him the best version of him. You know, that was his transformation. You know, and I always say, God knows what you need to transform. God knows that he was so deep in to, you know, he was more on that violent at first, you know, in that demeanor, attacking and fighting back. And as he went to jail, it's isolation. Like I always tell you, the thing that's worse than death is being alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get in your thoughts, you got to look yourself in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? You got to try to figure out who you really are. You know, and it's scary for people, so that's why people usually don't like to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Because it's scary. But through his journey, he was learning so many lessons in prison that I respect about how he came out. You know, came out in peace. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who he is and what he wanted to represent. And I don't know quite of the story, but I remember I think it was the Olympics, and he was at the Olympics and he shook the Olympic guys' hands and stuff. You know, and you know what he was trying to show us, like, I forgive y'all.
Yeah.
You know, man, and he had to forgive himself. You know what I'm saying? But if he didn't go through that journey, he wouldn't have learned them lessons. You know what I'm saying? Suffering turn to lesson, lesson turn to blessing. He had to go through them suffering times. God had to isolate him so he could find the best version of him, so he can be this legendary, so he can be in the history books, you know? And that's life, man. Like, your rebirth, your growth, your healing. You had to heal some scars. Had nothing to do with, I don't want to say white folks, because like I said, I love all people. Maybe the hate wasn't just that. It was something internally, you know what I'm saying, from his childhood trauma, you know, and him in isolation, he had to face that. You can't hide from it.
No, you can't
hide from it. And so that's my story of him, man. He's a wonderful man. I salute him. I love his story, and man, understand, it's all about peace and love, man.
Yeah.
I feel like love conquers hate. Love conquers hate. And that's what Mandela taught me. So yeah.
Oh man. So look, that's actually dope, right? And it's funny, man, like how we be thinking on the same wavelength, because I'm gonna be in South Africa too with my personality. So now, for Black History Month, man, I actually want to roll to my namesake. So, you know, my parents took the time naming me, they named me after Desmond Tutu. And Desmond Tutu, a lot like Nelson Mandela, did a whole lot with the liberation of, you know, black people during apartheid in South Africa. Of course, you know, he had his own ways of going about it. He was definitely doing it through scripture, but through education, you know, through just giving people opportunity, giving people enlightenment. You never know what anyone is capable of when you introduce them to new. Kind of like what you were just touching on, like instead of having that like that hatred, like no, let me show you different. You know, like I don't know what you were exposed to. I don't know what your yesterdays were, but look, man, we talking about tomorrow. And it's like, man, like he changed so much because a lot like what you just said, only love drives out hate. You know, hate plus hate, man, that just equal to a bigger fight. And it don't stop. Because, you know, if you get me, someone else is going to step up in line with even more hate, and the hate just keeps hitting. But, like, if we can flip that to some love, and, you know, and a lot of people think, oh, man, that's cliche. Like, oh, man, the love don't, how am I supposed to love my enemy? Like,
communicating, understanding each other.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing about the world, we don't know how to communicate.
We lost sight of that in some way. But, you know, like I said, Desmond Tutu, man, like, he was big. And then I remember even, you know, rest in peace to him, he passed here over the last couple of years.
My condolences to his family.
Yeah. And that's actually really when I dug into him more, because my mom, she had hit me up and was like, yo, she's like, you know, Desmond Tutu died and this and that. And then like, there was so many documentaries and things that came out about like his personality. And she was like, it's so wild that like, you know, I know your dad was reading the book on Desmond Tutu, but like it was wild to like hear things about his personality, about like how he was a prankster. And, you know, I'm good for a prank. You know, it's like, oh, he's jokes. It's like he had this real big personality, but you know, when it was time to put forth action, in which I believe in that, man. Like everyone's called to duty in their own way.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, if you judge, what they say, if you judge the fish on how well it's fly, it's gonna grow its whole life thinking that it's wrong. Everyone's called to duty in their own way.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, so again, like then touching back on, you know, the motto, the suffering, man. I'm sure it was not easy being a black male or African male in South America, definitely during the time of the apartheid. Like, you know, that's basically still, not even basically, that was legalized slavery. Like, it wasn't easy to jump out there and say, hey, like, you know, we're gonna do this by education, and not just by getting smarter with books. We're talking about we're gonna educate these people on who we are. We're gonna also learn from them, you know. And that wasn't a common thought back then. It was all about war, you know.
It's real.
And now, you know, there's times for, some would say that there are times and places for each of it. I subscribe to that, everyone might not, but the fact that in the heat of the battle, you can come with a different approach and actually change and show people like, nah, man, touching back on what we said, it's the love that drives out the hate.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, to my namesake, man, to your family, I'm named after you, dog. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, though. What we got next?
Oh man, so
What we got next?
man, I'm gonna give you some flowers, man. You know, we was talking about this accountability partner, man, and we've been holding each other accountable, man.
Oh yeah.
And man, I'm interested. Well, I'll start this way. Like I always like putting that pressure on you and trying to get you to start it off. But no, man. And giving you these flowers and thank you, man. Like, you know, I imagine you do know, but I want you to hear from me, like the importance of that accountability partner. You know, them 6 a.m. texts. You know, although hey, we both were early morning people, although I'm up, but it's just that, hey, boom, that quick little text, hey man, conquer that day. Hey man, make sure you stay positive. And you know, or you were talking about XYZ, make sure you want it.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I love the fact that, like, while it is a two-way street, and I'm holding you accountable with things, I'm giving you your flowers for like the,
you know, hold me accountable.
but not like you know, unfortunately, you can get comfortable, and when you get comfortable with just like your status quo, you need someone to come in who, I mean, we could use pool terms, who's just gonna break that table up. Like, all right, man, like you kind of comfortable in this zone. Like, hey, but if you're comfortable, you ain't growing. Like, you gotta, you know, you got too many ideas. You got too many, like, you know, that was impactful. Like when we would sit down and we brainstorm, and you like, man, look, you too smart to be chilling. Like, what are you chilling for, bro? You gotta be on it.
Yeah.
Or like you hit me up, like, hey, man, teach me something. And I'm like, damn, like, what you want me to teach you? You're like, oh, bro, you're a smart dude, you know it. Teach me something. And I'm like, all right, but like, that's challenged me now to, okay, I gotta pick up more books. Cause I don't know if bro coming, I don't know what kind of, bro might have a quiz for me.
Knowledge is power, for real though. Like, no, I don't want to get off subject, but much respect to you, man. The way you are with your family, the way you move. You're very intelligent, man. And, we're gonna give each other flowers. How about that? And basically, how I put it, the feeling is mutual, bro. It's all much respect. It's all love. I can't explain how fast our brotherhood grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't no sentimental stuff, man. It's vulnerability. You know, that's the key too, man. Our kings out here, man. We gotta be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Communicate with each other and. You know what I'm saying? Give each other our flowers, bro, because I know we need it in these times, man. You know, I know kings out here, we go through some tough things. Queens too.
Yes.
I don't discriminate, I don't do that gender stuff, none of that. We all human beings, we all living beings, and we all go through things. But kings, man, being vulnerable is key. It brings you so much strength. But back to you, brother. Man, you talking about accountability, bro. And the reason why I hold you to that level because I know you can be past that ceiling. You know what I'm saying? There's no limit. When I mean limitless beings, bro, we are limitless beings, man. It's just what we willing to take on. You know what I'm saying? And in these past couple months, bro, we've been taking on stuff now and doing it. You know what I'm saying? Blessings, man. You done been there for me through some times, and it's all love. Now, I'm grateful. Grateful,
man. Grateful for you too, man.
Always.
So look, I think on that note, man, I think we done fed the people.
Fed them. Yeah,
I think they full right now. Well, they got more.
Let's hit them with one more, man. We're gonna hit y'all with overtime. Overtime, man. We're gonna change it up, man. Change it up, man. And this is a question for you, man.
Okay.
We always got this dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
We flip it. We just got I am, I will, 3 things you're grateful for, and things that bring you joy, you know what I'm saying? Follow through on that list and go through that and tell me I will, I am, things that bring you joy, you know what I'm saying? The 3 things that you're grateful for.
Okay. So, man, it's gonna be a vague answer, but I'm gonna explain it. I will be great, and why not?
Great.
And what I mean when I say I will be great is that ain't no more excuses. You know, it ain't no more excuses. Ain't no more holding myself back or being scared of what's around the corner, being afraid of what someone might think. You know, fine, I might be the king of my box, but who cares about that box? You got to step out of it. So that's what I will be. I will be great.
Be great, man. We destined for greatness. What else?
Oh man, 3 things I'm grateful for, man. Grateful for family, right? And you in that family, you know. I ain't got to tell you that.
Love.
You know, grateful for the family. You know, I'm grateful for health, right? Because that's the number one. You know, if a billionaire's on his deathbed, the only thing he wants to do is live tomorrow. So you know.
Say that again.
Yeah. What? If a billionaire is on his deathbed, all he wants to do is live tomorrow.
That's real.
I said, hey, yo. but no, I'm so happy for the health, man. And like, you know, when you feel good, you do good. When you're doing good, you're thinking good. Like it just all rolls together.
A balance.
You know? And man, you just took my last answer. No, I was gonna say, man, I'm grateful for the balance of life right now. You know, not that things are perfect, but things are perfect for me. Things are balanced the way that they need to be. You know, there's the right amount of everything going on. Is there still obstacles? Absolutely, but it's the right amount of them for the chapter of life that we're in. You know, it might be a chapter where, hey, the obstacles, they big, but, you know.
God can move mountains, man.
Yes, he can. And, you know, look, that's what we told each other, man, like before we really put these ideas together. I said, man, we've been 2 lions walking through the jungle. Imagine what 2 lions can do together, though, man.
Yeah.
So
togetherness is key, truly.
Yeah, so man, look, now I'm putting pressure back on you, all right? Hey, coach, coach, they want me to, I broke. I had an 80-yard run, coach, but he caught it. What you grateful for, bro?
What I'm grateful for, first off, life, waking up this morning. You know, that's a blessing in his hands, because I always say somebody, or plenty of people didn't wake up this morning. You know, I'm thankful for family, and I'm just thankful for loving myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And challenging myself in a way that I never did in my life. You know, being firm on who I am, being authentic and genuine. And the third thing I'm grateful for is just falling in love with myself, challenging myself in different ways and different aspects of my life that I never attacked. You know, I always say I was always physically in shape. You know, but I didn't know I had to find the mental and spiritual balance to, you know what I'm saying, find my whole self. So that's what I'm really grateful of, man. Just going on that journey and finding them aspects of my life and bringing that to me, knowing that I could change, and I'm grateful for it in a tremendous way. So, yeah, that's me right there.
Man, that's dope, man.
You know what I'm saying? Gratitude is the attitude, man. And the message is, I always say that, I learned that from Landra. Shout out to him, man. He got a song called Gratitude. And he always said gratitude is the attitude. And I took that with me. Because reality, no matter what you go through in life, man, ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, man, like our motto is suffering turns to lessons, lessons turn to blessings. And once you know that, man, you know, that's the sequence, man. you go through the suffering, man, to learn them lessons, to ultimately come on top and get all your blessings that you deserve. And gratitude is the key to keep pushing through, to keep going, to keep striving. When you have that doubt, you overthinking, you feeling like my song said, you ain't got nothing left. You know what I'm saying? That faith and that gratitude, man, it's gonna take you far, man, because you're gonna be grateful for the small things. You know, it's crazy how football is. You know, I go back to football. The little things count. You know what I'm saying? What you do on and off the field, the technique. You know what I'm saying? How fast you can master this. You know what I'm saying? How fast you can read this key. All that stuff. Take it into life, man. The little things count, man. If you physically in shape, you know, but your mental off, your spirit off, man, you're gonna be off. It comes hand in hand, you know. Vice versa. If your mental strong but your physical off, your spirit off, in any way, man, you gotta find that balance. And I'm not saying I'm perfectly balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm growing. I'm growing each and every day. I'm healing each and every day, but I know that and I'm seeking that. And that's the key, man. So gratitude is attitude, man. This is Divg Llc podcast, man. Shamrko and Dead show, man.
Another one.
And another one. We're gonna keep sending them out, y'all, man. We hope y'all taking it all we saying, man. It's all peace, blessings, and love.
What we feel like?
I know the motto,
Ain't got
man.
nothing left.
We here?
We here.
We here to stay. We ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna tell you about the journeys through suffering, trying to blessings, blessings.
Always. Yeah.
You gotta hold